Hello again, my name's Fergus and I'm the minister from Blackhall St Columba's in Edinburgh. I hope you've all had a really good week and that you've been able to get out in some of the nice weather that we've been having and enjoy your gardens and some of your walks and exercise. Today I want us to think about things that comfort us. Things that comfort us, that make us feel better. When I was small, like many of you probably, I used to have a cuddly animal. I used to have a teddy bear. Now this isn't him, because mine's a lot older than this. He had bells in his ears, and I used to have him as a wee boy. And when my girls were born, when each of my girls were born, I went straight out and I bought each of them a teddy bear, because I used to have to work away from home a lot, and if they were going to be upset at me leaving and going away to work for a while, I used to get their teddy bears and I used to hug them and I would top them up with cuddles, and I said to them, if you're ever missing me when I'm away, take a cuddle from Teddy, because I've topped him up and it's just like me cuddling you. And that acted as a comforter for them. A teddy bear or a cuddly animal can be a comforter. Other people sometimes use blankets or things like that to comfort them. Have you ever had to leave somebody that you loved? Perhaps you've gone to a sleepover at a friend's. The first time you do that, you might miss your home terribly. Or if you're a little older, if you're in the Brownies or the Cubs, or even older in the Scouts and the Girl Guides, and you go to your first camp, the first time you go away, it can be quite a thing to miss your mums and your dads and your brothers and your sisters and your own bed, your room, where you're familiar with. And quite often, boys and girls will take something to remind them of home and to remind them of their friends and of their family, so that they are comforted and they don't miss them so much. It's the same for adults. Adults use different things to comfort them. When I was away, I used to have photographs, and I got this photograph of my family that I used to sit in my desk at work, so that I could look at them if I was missing them when I was working away. Nowadays, we're all separated from people that we love because of the coronavirus. We can't visit and hug our grandmas and our grandpas, some of our aunties and our uncles. There's lots of people that all sorts of people are separated from, and they miss them. And they do things to comfort one another. They write letters to them, we phone them, nowadays we can go on FaceTime, or we can have a Zoom chat with them, or send them messages on Messenger. And although these things comfort us, it's not quite the same as being there. But we feel better because we can speak to the people that we love. Well, today I'm going to tell you about Jesus. And Jesus was telling his disciples, the people that follow him, that he was going to leave them. And he was physically going to leave them forever. And he knew that they were going to be very upset and that they would miss him terribly. So Jesus told them he would leave them a comforter. He would leave them something to comfort them so they wouldn't miss him so much. And Jesus called that comforter the Advocate. He was the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, what Jesus called in the passage the Spirit of Truth. And when Jesus left, he left the Holy Spirit so that the disciples, the followers of Jesus, could come together and could feel that Spirit and know that although Jesus had physically left them, he was still with them in that spirit. And we're able to know about that because we got letters. We have letters and we have things written down in the Bible which tell us all about the Spirit that Jesus left and that God sent, so that we wouldn't miss his presence here on earth so much. And we can talk to God too. We don't use the telephone or FaceTime. We talk to God by praying. But it's just like you were on a phone call. You can speak to God anytime that you like. And through the Holy Spirit, we get to feel God's presence and know that God is listening to us. And God is there with us and is looking out for us. I hope you remember that next time that you go and you pick up your teddy bear or your blanket or whatever comforts you. Know that Jesus wants us to be comforted, and that's why he left us the gift of the Holy Spirit. I hope you all have a really good week and that you don't miss some of the people that you are missing too much, and you're able to have a chat and speak to them and give your mums and dads a special hug. Okay, you have a great week now, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye now.